What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Bobbing with Nick, and I'm back again with another lead reaction video, guys. Let's get straight off into this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the post notice so that when I upload, you know that I've done so. Now, yesterday I did a video about Big U. Sorry, Big U, Nipsey's manager before he passed away. So, I always can come back and I can, you know, y- you know, come back and rebut what I say. Now, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna backpedal a whole lot, and I'm gonna double down on what I said, but I'm gonna do it in a different way because some of it, I believe rapper SKG. I believe about the Nipsey stuff. Because if we look at, it's always the manager that we need to look up. The manager, the producer, the EP of their projects. We gotta start looking at these people because just like he said, did her, and I, I really believe Nipsey was scared. I really believe he was scared towards the end. The whole made up situation about him snitching, I believe that was done in such a way that we probably won't he not the dude not gonna wasn't gonna snitch, and they wasn't gonna let him snitch, but now I see it in a whole different light. So let's get off into rapper SKG video. Come back in a minute.
Serious charges right now. I mean, you've spoken out about in the past. I mean, do you think there's any truth to these allegations?
All the allegations are true, yeah.
I mean, why do you say so?
Because I was a victim, and the things that he has done to me, he's a monster, and everything that he's getting right now, he definitely deserves it.
Can you share what happened between you two?
Well, he jumped on me. He lured me over to Nipsey Hussle's shop. He jumped on me while I was pregnant, beat me up, made me go to another part of the neighborhood. I got jumped by 3 girls. I still have a scar on my back from that incident. He lied on me. He extorted me. He threatened people not to work with me. I mean, he did a lot. He did a whole lot. And it wasn't just a singular thing he did. He did this throughout the years with me, with events, with people, with situations. He's just a monster. He's a bully, and he deserves to be in jail. He should have been in jail a long time ago.
I know one of the allegations against him is murder. I mean, you think that one's true then?
I don't understand why the family would lie. The family reached out to me, and I did speak with the family, and it's a sad situation because we're talking about a child. This was a child. Big U is a 60-year-old grown man, and you have 2 different type of people in this world. You have people that are screaming free a 60-year-old gangbanger, and then you have people that want justice for a innocent child, and you need to figure out what type of person you are. I know the allegations are true, but they say you're innocent until proven guilty, but in my opinion, he's guilty of everything. People can look at my interviews from years ago when I was speaking out about this, when I went on Tasha K, Whack 100 spoke about it. They just spoke about it on No Jumper. I've been speaking about this for years, and as a woman, you should never let a man think it's okay to put their hands on you. A person should never want to extort you or harm you just because they feel like it. That is crazy to me, and for me, it makes me feel good that my story helped other people tell their stories. That's what I'm most happy about.
Would him, going to jail help you, sleep easier at night? Do you feel like the LA streets are safer now?
Well, as far as me, I'm going to be safe regardless, if you know what I mean.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to be safe regardless, because I'm not playing. I'm going to protect myself. But I definitely feel like a lot of people, they're happy. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and they're like, we are so happy that he went to jail. I mean, this morning someone reached out to me and told me that he was extorting the food vendors. And I'm like, what? They were like, yes, he was extorting the food vendors at Crenshaw High. And I'm like, God damn, like he just extorted the whole city. So yeah, I think a lot of people are happy.
I know. There's talk about Big U that he was involved in Nipsey Hussle's death. I mean, have you seen any proof that would confirm that?
For me being over and growing up in that area, I'm gonna tell you guys this: he definitely has something to do with that. Wow. And justice for Nipsey, and I know that justice is coming for Nipsey. And I think people are going to be shocked once they see everything that really happened and how he played a part in it. So yeah, you guys are going to start seeing stuff soon in regards to the part that he had to play in the demise of Nipsey. And he was very jealous of Nipsey. Me and Nipsey both went through stuff dealing with him, and we went through the exact same things with him. So he was very jealous of Nipsey.
And see, I wanted to double down on what I said, because listening to rapper SKG, I do believe that she went through something. And not all of these ladies are lying. You know what I'm saying? Let me just say that. You know, I believe a lot of what she said. And I'm going to take in mind that, you know, a lot of these things did happen. And not saying that, you know, I'm going to go as far as to say a lot of it's probably happening. But what most of our black men set out to do be the right thing, but then they get mixed up in the system with these other people and money and big money and throwing money at them in this industry. And they tend to do things that they ain't supposed to be doing, like money laundering, kidnapping, murdering, you know, those type of things. Now, the thing with Yellow Beezy and Mo 3 and Trap Boy Freddy, that's a whole different entity. But you know, it's still along the same lines, you know. But when you get hit with Rico and all that, that's terrible. What I was saying is he can get out of this situation if handled the right way, Yellow Beezy. Now, I don't know about Big U, because Big U got a lot of stuff going on, and a lot of different other things like Diddy. Now, will I say that, go as far as saying a lot of this happened, and then some of it could be stretched a little bit, but we'll see. You know, um, like she said, innocent until proven guilty. I'm the same way. We still waiting on this thing about Diddy. We all thinking he gonna be pardoned. Now Big U on his hand. If he had something to do with the hiring of a boy, in which it may come out, because that I believe that what happened did not happen outside. I believe what happened was inside the barbershop. That's why everything was cleaned up. There was no murder scene outside. What happened? We all said that it looked like it was staged, and with what we know now, video can be scrambled. He could have, Big U could have had somebody working on the inside for those cameras, to manipulate those cameras in such a way, because they were outside and they said that it, but why come it didn't look like a murder scene when his mama came up? You seen a shoe, it just looked so clean. It was clean cut. It was whatever. They got him, put him on the gurney, and you didn't see really no blood. You seen a little bit, but you see, y'all feel where I'm going with it. I feel like whatever happened was manipulated so it'll look like it was a scene outside, but the scene was actually on the inside. Like rapper SKG said, all her stuff happened on the inside. So I don't know. I do not know, but what I feel now is I feel like sometimes you gotta reserve your opinion till you see the evidence. And for me, I always try to reserve my opinion. Sometimes I jump ahead of my opinion and say what I feel. But what I'm going to go on the record is say, I believe what she said. I believe a lot of what she said, because a lot of these managers and executive producers and producers of this music and then these record labels be throwing down, yeah, we need to get that one, because that catalog gonna be more money. Even if it's just 2 or 3 CDs, they can ride. If it's a hot CD, they gonna ride on it for years, for millions of dollars because of the artists. Right now, these artists' catalogs is their livelihood, and a lot of them is selling their catalogs before they selling them to the highest bidder, or just don't lowball them. They selling it for 70 or $100 million, and I don't blame them. Get your money, because that's what they want to do anyway. They want y'all work. That's all you do. And you could perform your songs anywhere you go because they yours. But they want life, y'all life's work, which I think that's messed up. But where a lot of artists are fortunate to go ahead and negotiate and buy their catalogs and keep them in their family. But a lot of artists are just selling them so they don't come after their family or come after them and be like, you gotta sell, or we just gonna, you know, off you. So yeah, I went back on what I said. I'm always gonna keep it straight and keep it laced and 100%. Count on it, because I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna rebut what I say. If somebody rebut what I say, it's because I done already rebutted what I said. So I can go back and double down on what I said, because I know that I know this lady music. I've never known her to be not truthful in what she said. So when she said this about this man, I had been feeling it, but I was iffy because I'm like, this man been doing stuff with Nipsey, so why he gonna do this or why he gonna do that? But when a woman come out and say, yo, he did that, X, Y, and Z to me. So now I gotta go back and say, you know what? I can't be for it. And like I said, I've known her to be the nicest rapper. I've heard her stuff. I know she ran who she ran with. I know she ran with Nip. I know he F with her a whole lot, a long way, just like he F with YG. So that's where I am with it. So if and I ain't opposed to saying I was wrong. you know, I was wrong. My judgment was off. And I say that on some people. But if you a activist and you in these streets and you really doing the work like Pac, and really, to be honest, Biggie was doing his little thing by not being non-confrontational and non-violent. So, and it's the same thing with a lot of these others that I highlighted in my other video about Big U. You know, we gotta understand these are still our black leaders, and we don't have to get behind them when they wrong. But when they first started out, they started out right. But we have to give blame where blame is due and place blame where blame need to be at. And a lot of these stars get caught up and they just be doing it for the money and they don't get paid. And a lot of them, go the way of Diddy. A lot of them going the way of the big U's, So, and then our kids are getting caught up in it. So, I don't know what else to say. But, yeah. Let's comment down below. Let's talk about it. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hit the post notification bell so that when I upload, you know that I've done so. Till next time, my empty nesters and nesters. Peace, y'all.